This is Rick Cassels from exercisesforinjuries.com. In this video, I wanted to go through the 3 best stretches to help fix anterior pelvic tilt. Now let me explain what anterior pelvic tilt is. It's when your pelvis ends up moving forward or anterior, which ends up changing the position of your hip. And with that change in the position of your hip, you end up having more stress on your hip and on your knee, which leads to injury and pain. And also you end up changing the curve in your lower back, which ends up increasing your risk in back pain. So I wanted to go through 3 stretches that you can do to help fix that anterior pelvic tilt. So the first one ends up being a 90-90 hip flexor stretch. So we'll get Orsi to move down to the mat. So she's moving into a 90-90 position. So her front leg's at 90, her back leg's at 90. She's tightening up her abdominal area, and then she's gonna move her hips forward, and she's looking at a stretch in that front of the hip. So she'll feel it in the front of her hip, and then she'll also end up feeling it in her thigh. And she's looking for a light stretch. She's not trying to rip the muscle apart, a light stretch. She's gonna hold that for about 20 to 30 seconds. And she's gonna end up going twice on each side, alternating. So that ends up being the first stretch. The second stretch ends up being a side lying quad stretch. So Orsi's lying on her side, bringing the heel towards the seat, and then bringing that thigh back a little bit in order to intensify the stretch in the front of the thigh and in the front of the hip. And with this one, it's exact same as the other one. You're looking at holding for 20 seconds, light stretch. You can do it twice on each side, alternating. And then the third stretch ends up being going into a deep squat. So get Orsi to stand up, and then she's got a little bit of a wider stance, almost like a shoulder width stance, and then she's squatting down, having her elbows in between her knees, and then pushing the knees out and looking for a stretch in the inner thigh and in the hips. And what this also ends up doing is changing that position in the lower back and in the pelvis. Perfect, Orsi. And then what I'm gonna end, so you end with that one, you end up doing, just like the other ones, 20 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds, twice. So there you go. If you end up having anterior pelvic tilt, give those 3 stretches a go. You can end up doing them a couple times throughout the day, so you can do them in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. So this is Rick Cassels from exercisesforinjuries.com. Make sure to swing by exercisesforinjuries.com. Enter in your injury or pain. There's a good chance that I have a video, article, or interview that'll end up helping you overcome your injury or pain. Secondly, if you're watching this on YouTube, head up above, hit subscribe. What that'll do is every couple days you'll end up getting a video where I end up talking about injury or pain. Thirdly, head down below, hit like, and then leave me a comment or question. So that's it. This is Rick Cassels from exercisesforinjuries.com saying take care and bye-bye.